What's up, fight fans, and welcome back to MMA Trends, your go-to zone for fight news that hits harder than a Gaethje overhand. Today's episode is packed with high-stakes drama, surprise moves, and some straight-up heat from Yair Rodriguez aimed right at Robert Whittaker. Trust me, this isn't your average MMA update. It's a firestorm across weight classes, and it's all building toward one thing: UFC 316. Here's what we're diving into. Yair Rodriguez drops bombs on Whittaker, and Rob fires back. Bryce Mitchell teases a dramatic exit from his division. Merab is calling his shot before UFC 316 even begins. And UFC legends like Dominic Cruz, Kamaru Usman, and Henry Cejudo are clashing with hot takes that could shake the rankings. If you love fast takes, raw truth, and behind-the-scenes insight, smash that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell. Let's set this fight card on fire. Let's start with the man no one wants to fight, Merab. Fresh off a dominant stretch and heading into UFC 316 with title implications on the line, Merab isn't just focused on Sean O'Malley. He's already lining up his next target, Corey Sandhagen. Now this is what separates contenders from champions. Merab isn't asking for tune-ups. He's chasing the killers of the division. And he's made it clear that if he gets through Sean O'Malley, Sandhagen is next. I want the guy who gives me the biggest challenge. I want the guy no one else wants to fight. Corey Sandhagen is that guy, Merab said in a recent presser. This sets up a fascinating clash of styles. Merab, relentless pressure, elite cardio, control. Sandhagen, dynamic striking, creative movement. Fight IQ off the charts. It's like Rock vs. Razorblade, and fans are buzzing already. What do you think? Would Merab's motor drown Sandhagen, or would Corey slice him up from range? Hit the comments. Next up, some surprise news that's flying under the radar. Bryce Thug Nasty Mitchell could be on his way out of the bantamweight division. The Arkansas brawler hasn't officially announced it yet, but rumors from his camp and a few cryptic posts suggest that the weight cut is taking a toll. He's been considering either featherweight or even lightweight. Let's break that down. At 145, Bryce could stay explosive without draining himself. At 155, he'd be the smaller guy, but might gain speed and cardio advantages. Now, say what you will about Mitchell's politics. In the cage, the guy's a dangerous puzzle, especially on the ground. He's submitted killers. But in recent fights, his energy levels and timing seem off. Could a move revive his career? Remember, guys like Charles Oliveira and Dustin Poirier elevated their games massively by switching divisions. Bryce could be next. Patchy Mix is making waves. The former Bellator champ is now locked in for a UFC fight with Mario Bautista, and he isn't being humble about it. "I'm going to take him down and make him wish he never signed the contract," Mix said. Straight up ruthless. Patchy's style is suffocating. High-level BJJ, position over submission, and relentless ground control. Bautista's tough, no doubt. But Mix is entering the UFC like he's here to take heads, not numbers. This fight might not be main event caliber and hype, but it's a dark horse candidate for fight of the night if it hits the mat. In a fun twist, we've got a good old-fashioned analyst beef. UFC 316 predictions are dividing some of the sport's most respected voices. Kamaru Usman versus Henry Cejudo. Usman's riding with the seasoned veterans. He believes experience and grit are the X factors that win wars. Cejudo? He says the new generation, O'Malley, Sandhagen, Mix, are simply more evolved. Two legends, two totally different philosophies. Who do you side with? Drop your picks below, and we might feature them next episode. John Anik just dropped a hot take that sent Twitter into a frenzy. Merab is already the bantamweight GOAT. And guess who had something to say? Yep, Dominic Cruz. Cruz responded with a cool, sharp counter. "You don't get GOAT status for streaks. You get it for legacy." He's not wrong. But if Merab beats O'Malley and then Sandhagen, it's hard to keep him out of that conversation. We're watching history unfold in real time, and the lines between legacy and momentum are starting to blur. Kayla Harrison is not here to play games. Ahead of a potential fight with Juliana Pena, she's already flexing. I'm better than her in every area. Grappling? No contest. Striking? I'm smarter and stronger. Cardio? I don't get tired. That's a bold claim, but if anyone can back it up, it's Kayla, Olympic gold medalist, PFL destroyer, and now potentially the UFC's most dangerous female grappler. This could be the beginning of a new era in women's MMA if she makes good on the hype. Vicente Luque isn't pulling punches in the media either. Ahead of his fight with Kevin Holland, he says it bluntly, "I'm going to finish him. Period." Luque's been inconsistent lately, but when he's on, the man is a surgical striker with mean submission skills. Holland, though, he thrives in chaos. Expect fireworks. If this stays standing, it could turn into an instant classic. Let's get to the real beef. Yair Rodriguez went off on Robert Whittaker in a recent interview, claiming the former champ has been disrespecting him publicly. He talks like I'm a gatekeeper, like I don't belong at the top. I've fought killers. I've bled for this division. Yair's fired up, and frankly, this might be personal. Whittaker's response? Cool as ice. Yair's emotional, I get it. But when he's ready for a real test, I'll be waiting, Rob said. Is this setting up a super fight? Possibly. It's not the matchup anyone asked for, but now that the fire's lit, we want it. That's a wrap for today's deep dive. UFC 316 is shaping up to be more than just a card. It's a crossroads moment for multiple careers. Make sure you're subscribed to MMA Trends, because next week we're dropping an episode on fighters with the most to lose at UFC 316, and trust me, one of them will shock you. Until then, stay sharp, stay loud, and stay tuned. This is MMA Trends, where every punch has a purpose.